Alright, I'm gonna go over some people contacted me and with their snare making they're having a little bit of a hard time getting the loop to fall properly and easily. So we're going to go over right quick how to do that and what the problem is. You got to make sure that you load it correctly. It's probably not everybody's problem, but this right here is our snare support collar. It goes on first. Alright, and then this right here is where a lot of people are having a problem. Some people are having a problem. This cable falls a certain way. I don't know if you can see that or not. But that is where you don't want to put this cable in an awkward position to try to. I mean, it's automatically going to fall in a certain direction. Okay. That is where you want to put your load at. Now I always put mine. This is about a 5-foot snare, and I always even these two up, and then this is where I load mine at. Put it here. I apply good pressure to nothing. Some people will just do this right here and then that's it. Whether you got the rest of the loop, it's going to look kind of funny. When you make your loop, it's not going to be perfectly round. You want that thing to be perfectly round. So you're going to apply good pressure to nothing and then back. That needs to be one smooth motion. It don't need to be choppy. Alright, this is our snare lock from Southern Snares. It's a very good lock. It's a non-mechanic. It's just one single lock. Just going to slide it in here. Slide it in this way. It looks backwards at first until you get your bend in it. You're going to come here and then you're going to run it back through this way. Don't run it through this way. Even though this looks proper, that's not proper. You want to put it through here first. It looks backwards right now. This looks totally not right. But when you get your bend in it, it'll be right. Bump a little bit of that off. It was a little bit frayed. Alright, this is where it's tricky at. This is where some of you guys aren't getting your lock to fall or your snare loop to operate functioning right. You're putting your bend too close to your stop. Back off about. Make sure that you follow this. You see this curve right here? You want to make sure that you bend that straight back on that curve. And don't get right up next to your button stop. You want to back off at least a 1/2 inch. 3/4 won't hurt. But stay in line with that spine. And then you want to bend that back. And some people will stop right there, but you want to pinch this on down. Right there. That way, when you get this back in here, it's going to be perfectly round, like this. And this collar is tucked up. It's tucked up. It's actually not tucked up. It's tucked up under the bottom, but not underneath the snare. If you get this stop rubbing against, putting pressure on that thing, it's going to be hard for it to function. It wouldn't even hurt if this right here was bent even more. So I'm going to put a little bit more of a bend in it. You want to make sure that your button is not making contact with your, just like that. That's the way you want that to look. Just like that. You want this here to be angling back. That way, when an animal comes in here and bumps it, it just falls right down in. If you're having to, I'll show you one that's not built right. You got to make sure that you load it. If you don't, the animal's having to fight too hard to get the lock. You want him to bump it or pull just a little bit, and then it just fall around him. If it's not doing that, then I'm not even going to load it this time, just to kind of exaggerate the idea of an improper. This right here is not even going to be loaded, but even an improper or an improper load will mess the snare up. So you got to make sure that you're doing it right. Some people will put this lock right up next to that. Trying to save that last little bitty end right there, whatever. This is what an unloaded snare looks like. It looks more like a teardrop. When the animal comes in here and hits it, you see that? He's got to pull that snare down to his back. That is not what you want. Now we're going to load it. Get your natural curve, natural bend. Grab it on the end. Apply good pressure to no pressure. And then back to good pressure. You can work on making that end right there be where it needs to be. Alright, then you're going to feed this back through there again, like it's going to look backwards. But you're going to feed that through there. Put your button stop back on. Get that spine back off about 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch. Put that bend in it and smash it down good and tight. That's going to be a perfect snare right there. I can already go ahead and tell you. You want that thing to be about that big, perfectly circled, and then it just falls. That animal ain't got to work extra hard to make this work. He'll pull and then bam. That's why you load one. You don't got to keep pulling. But that is the proper way to load a snare and the proper way to do the bend on it. But anyway, I just wanted to show that today, and y'all stay after it.